Hands are directly under your shoulders. You do not want them too wide. You do not want them up above you. Yeah. Much like the overhead press, because if you do that, there's nothing supporting your downward weight. Okay, so you want your hands directly under your shoulders. Cool? Next thing is your feet are obviously going to be out, but I want you to watch my shoulder blades. You're going to push the floor away from you as far as you possibly can, and you'll feel your shoulder blades press down and away from your rib cage. Kind of looks like you're rounding your back a little bit, okay? The opposite of that would be this. Saggy, unactive shoulders. Yeah. Press, okay? Last thing, look at my butt. I'm not offended, it's okay, I told you you can. You're going to tuck your tailbone under. The opposite of that would be this. Notice the arch in my back. You're going to tuck your tailbone like there's a penny between your cheeks and press your shoulder blades. And you're going to hold it. You're going to be very active in this position, okay? What I want you to do, just like we use with reps, we're going to use with seconds on this movement. I want you to accrue second after second after second until you get to what you perceive as a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Cool?
I don't hear anyone scream on this one.
We're doing good. Okay? So before you start, press, round your upper back as much as you can. There you go, good, yes. Tuck your tailbone under and lower your hips down for me to the floor. Keep lowering, keep lowering, keep lowering. Lower, keep going, you're doing good, keep going, right there. This is the position. Hold and breathe. Lots of breathing. Doing excellent. Good. Slowly lower your, lower down, rest. So you got a minute. Okay. You've reached mastery with this movement. That was great. You did a really good job. A lot of people have a hard time tucking their tailbone. You did not. That was fantastic. You know what I should have done? I should have had you on the rubber. But that was really good. All right. Again, one of your advantages is going to be because you're very trim, you don't have a lot of excess body fat, excess tissue. Moving your body weight is going to be easier. Okay, that's a big advantage why gymnasts are so small. All right, so the next progression, I'm going to give you a little break. Don't worry. I'm going to show you the scapular push-up. Okay? This is very similar to the plank. We're just actually going to move your shoulder blades in the plank while you're holding the same position you just did. Now, it's important to note that really tight, when you tuck your tailbone, you're going to feel your abdominals contract and all. You probably felt all that turn on. You want to maintain that. If you start moving your shoulder and everything just starts to go slumped, you want to avoid that. Now, remember what I told you earlier about technique? Doesn't matter that much. You could easily just relax in the plank and hold it for an eternity and still get pretty strong. But remember, I'm looking long term. If you do that, you're not going to be learning the positions that are actually going to help you get further and further down that progression chart.
No, nothing's wrong.
You're just checking?
You look really strong.
Has Helen eaten anything, Norman?
She's been stealing grapes.
Well, I have a bag of food for her. If you could give her something.
I can give her something, yeah.
We're almost done. This is going to take us like 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Does all that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. These positions, the reason I'm teaching you technique at all is because I think it's going to give you the best opportunity to get stronger in the long run. That's it. Okay. Okay. So let's show you the next progression. The next progression looks like this. You're going to start in that solid plank position, and instead of pressing your shoulders out, you're going to alternate between retracting or pulling the shoulder blades together and then pushing the shoulder blades apart. Protraction. Retract, protract. Notice I'm still tucking my tailbone the whole time. I'm not relaxing as I go down and then regaining it as I come up. Okay? I'm holding that tailbone tuck. Also notice I'm not bending my elbows when I go down. I'm keeping my arms straight. This is also difficult sometimes. Try to keep a straight arm. Practice. Let's do this, Teresa. Let's come onto the turf here. This may give you a little more traction with your feet. Yes, it was. The previous owner let me keep it. Before you start, you can rest for a second. Do as many as you can until you get to a 6 or 7. Yeah, you got it. You're learning. 6 or 7. So you're going to have a dream about that tonight. Okay, tuck the tailbone first. Good. Good. Yes, yes, yes. And press out. That's it. That's one. Keep going, yeah, 2. Again, as many as you can until a difficulty of 6 or 7. Nice. Very good. Good.
Becoming a mom made me stronger.
Awesome, Teresa. Good. Awesome. That was probably about 6 or 7 reps. Beautiful. Take a break. It's pretty difficult, huh? You did a really good job of pressing your shoulders out. I mean, most people have a hard time pressing. The further and harder you press out, the more range of motion you get, the better, because it's going to translate more. Good. That's where you're at right now, okay? Yeah. Here's what I have people do. I have them progress to 20 of those.
Okay.
When you get 20 of those at a difficulty of 7 or less, I'm progressing to a negative, okay? A negative is simple. You set up in the push-up position, you go down, you hover over the floor as low as you possibly can without relaxing, and then relax. Warm back up, do it again. When you get good at that, usually people start off by doing like 5 or 6 seconds. I have people work up to 20 seconds, holding the bottom for 5 seconds. And at that point,
Like coming down.
20 seconds down, 5-second hover, then relax. At that point, you got to push up in the bag. All I'm doing is I'm getting you so prepared that the next progression you get like this. Does that make sense?
I've never learned to do push-ups this way.
And I do the same thing with pull-ups.
Oh, yeah.
I get people doing pull-ups all the time just because they just don't know how to progress it properly. You could do a pull-up in like 2 months, a month, if you just worked on it.
One pull-up?
1, probably, yeah. Ask Erica. I've had women in their 60s get their first pull-up in their entire lives after doing pull-up progression.